This is a presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Highest gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard. A new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Obadiah Stoddard for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound, Aya Stoddard, and her putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass off.
Dentistry, Destination Bedford, Centra Health, by 11 West, Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years, Frank Good Builders, by Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys, by The Good Feed Store, by Haley's Appliance and Outdoors, and by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Welcome to the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll also have the key players, starting lineups, and much more. Now, let's go live courtside with the voice of the Lady Flames, Jamie Hall.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Hawaii, the Maui Classic. Liberty taking on Oregon State in the second day of this tournament. It's not really a tournament in the sense that the winners and the losers play against each other. Liberty knew all along who they were going to be playing. They were going to be playing Hawaii yesterday, and they were going to be playing Oregon State today. Oregon State's the host of this tournament. Hawaii actually was playing in it for the very first time, and Liberty fell victim to the Rainbow Wahine yesterday, 76-58. They trailed by as many as 21 points in the game. But then they were able to kind of make a run at it. They got it within 7 with the reserves scoring the last 24 points for Liberty. In that game, Hawaii had 7 block shots, and that was a really big difference. It really kind of silenced the inside game for Liberty, and it took some three-point shooting to kind of get them back in it. But overall, it was Hawaii that shot lights out from behind the three-point arc, and turnovers were also an issue in the game as well. The Flames had 19, Hawaii with only 12 when they came in averaging 20 per game. Oregon State, they had a tight game yesterday against Montana State, beating Montana State 53-51 in spite of having 9 more turnovers in the ball game. And also 72 field goal attempts for Montana State and only 45 for Oregon State, but the Beavers were able to shoot at a higher percentage, and again, they did a little bit more at the free throw line also. I think it was a +4 at the free throw line, so they were able to kind of equalize it a little bit, but it was a game that if you ask Oregon State head coach Scott Rudick, he probably would say, maybe they didn't deserve to win, but they figured out a way to get the victory at the end, and now they got a chance to win this Classic. If they were to beat the Flames today, they'd be the only team 2-0. Just about 30 minutes ago, Montana State beat Hawaii, so both of those teams are 1-1, and the Flames are hoping to go 1-1 as well. The series recap, this is the second meeting. The Flames lost to Oregon State, who was number 5 in the country at the time, 68-55 at a neutral site game in Miami back in November of 2019. Our Foster Fuels Who's Hot for Liberty, Liddy Mwamba and Emma Leon both had 13 points in the game against Hawaii, coming in off the bench, playing excellent. As we said, most of that second unit did. Liberty 6-4 on the year. Oregon State is 7-5. The Beavers were 19-16 last year, but won the WCC, West Coast Conference, and went to the NCAA tournament where they lost to University of North Carolina. Oregon State went to the Elite Eight back in 2024, and then the Pac-12 collapsed. And so they've now played in the West Coast Conference the last couple of years. The Pac-12 is reassembling. It's not going to be the same. Probably won't be considered a Power 5 conference, but certainly will be an upgrade. And I know it was tough for Oregon State in having to make that transition out of a Power 5 spot. Lost some players to the transfer portal and probably made it a little bit more difficult for recruiting, but give them full credit. They went into the WCC last year, and they did all they could do. They won it. And so they are an NCAA team, as the Flames were last year when Liberty went 26-7. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll get the thoughts of head coach Alexis Sherrard about the quick turnaround from playing the late game last night to playing the early game today. I know back east we're getting close to midnight again, almost 11 p.m. in Lynchburg. Here it's 5:47, so there is a 5-hour time difference. So a little bit earlier game in the evening, but still it's tough when you're 5 time zones away from home. Your body clock, even with a couple of days of adjustment, is saying should be going to bed right about now, not getting ready to play a basketball game. So we'll see how the Lady Flames are going to be able to react. They actually played better as the game went along, as it got into the 2 a.m. hour in their brains. They actually were playing better basketball last night than they did at the beginning when it was around midnight. But again, that conversation with head coach Alexis Sherrard right after this quick timeout from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia, just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the Peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at DestinationBedfordVA.com. That's DestinationBedfordVA.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. We're walking you up to game time with the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Pre-game coverage continues now with the thoughts of Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Coach, I know you didn't want the game last night to turn out the way that it did, and it would be easy. And I know as fans sometimes we like to make excuses and say, well, there's 5 time zones apart and it's a different climate. In Hawaii, they're just a 15-minute plane ride from here, and they're used to this weather in the middle of December. But I know that your team's not making those excuses, because you know that when you get out on the court, you got to put all that behind, and your team certainly was capable of winning that game last night.
Yeah, I mean, we're not in the business of making excuses. Once you step onto the hardwood and the ball goes up for the jump ball, all excuses are out the window. So, take your hat off to Hawaii. They had a lot of players step up and make some shots. I think they had a career night just with regards to 3-point field goals made. Had a couple of players that were shooting, in the teens, 18% from 3, shot like 57% from 3. So those things happen. Just got to regroup and get ready for the next tip-off.
Your team had some resiliency at the end of that game. It was mainly the second unit. As a matter of fact, pretty much through the fourth quarter, Claudia got a decent amount of minutes in the first few minutes, but the starters really didn't play a ton in the fourth, and it was the bench that got you back into that ball game, scoring the last 24 points in the game.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes with your team, you just need to send a message, and I wanted to send a message to our starters, and I wanted to give our bench an opportunity to see what they can do, and I was very proud of how they responded, and I actually told the team I was proud of how the starters responded to the bench doing so well. I mean, they were the biggest cheerleaders, so for me, that's a sign of maturation, it's a sign of character, it's a good sign of family. So, hopefully we, obviously, you want your starters to play their best, be at their best, but it was very encouraging with how the bench played. But hopefully we can get our starters to get a better start today and contribute more so throughout the course of the game.
With the quick turnaround, the starters didn't play their averages, so as far as the legs are concerned, they should certainly be there, and probably a little bit of extra motivation as well.
Yeah, I mean, in that regard, that was going to be a plus. That is a plus. I mean, not having played, most of them played all under their average minutes, so with games back-to-back, usually you would want a big win. You're sitting your starters and they're, saving their legs for the next day, but, either case, having played less than average minutes, that's hopefully beneficial for us today, because I know Oregon State, their starters played quite a bit yesterday.
Speaking of Oregon State, they posed their own set of challenges, a program that is just traditionally in the NCAA tournament. Things changed a little bit for them when they had to go from when the Pac-12 exploded, and now they had to switch conferences. The Pac-12's building back up again, so I know Scott probably has had a little more difficulty recruiting maybe the Elite 8 caliber athlete that he had a few years ago when we played him down in Miami, but they still have a lot of guns, a lot of bullets in their gun.
Oh yeah, no, his cupboard is full. I mean, he has size. They go 6'8", 6'5", 6'4". Has a great backcourt. Shooter's a tremendous athlete. Very, very quick. He has shooters on the perimeter with good size. So it'll be a good challenge for us. I mean, we'll have to be locked and loaded. We'll have to be focused, and we'll have to play hard. I mean, anytime you're playing against a very talented team like Oregon State, you have to be at a 10. I mean, there's no time to be wallowing just with regards to yesterday's loss. I mean, we got to be locked in. But I think our ladies were in good spirits today. They were focusing on the scout report, talked about what we didn't do well and what we need to do well today. So I'm looking forward to the challenge today.
A short turnaround, but you did say that you'd kind of worked in some things that Oregon State does during your practices over the course of the week. Maybe not explicitly saying this is for Oregon State, but it's in the players' minds.
Yeah, I think I use the term subliminal messages. Just during the course of the week of preparation for Hawaii. Obviously, we had Hawaii game number 1, but we knew what Oregon State was going to be doing. I think Andy Bloodworth has a scout there, so we were playing against some zone. We're anticipating a lot of zone. They zoned probably 39 minutes yesterday, so I think the preparation of zone offense during the week is going to help us on today. And, they press a little bit. Their guards come up 94, 93 feet and try to speed you up. So, our press offense that we worked on all week. So hopefully just the things that we did with regards to preparation for first game, but ultimately for Oregon State plays off today.
Short turnaround, anything to add to the Ortho Virginia injury report and the quickness of playing last night?
No. Thank God we're all healthy. Like we mentioned, I mean, the starters played under their minutes average. So, hopefully we're coming out with a lot of energy and ready to play the full 40 minutes.
Sounds good, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
That was head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll be back with the Relevant Law Tip right after this.
heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose.
And values.
Get ready for
and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty University Athletics is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts, descriptions, and broadcasts may not be transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Highestaughter gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard, a new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Highestaughter for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound Highestaughter, and their putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. It's game time. Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services, is brought to you by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game.
Hawaiian anthem being performed before today's matchup, second of the tournament for Liberty and the fourth final game here at the Maui Classic. The Lady Flames taking on Oregon State. Starting lineups are being announced, so let's pass those along as well. Brought to you by Lynchburg Nissan.
Number 4,
First for the Oregon State Beavers and their head coach, Scott Ruick. 16th season in Corvallis, his 30th season overall. 611 wins, 263 losses in his career. Tierra Bolden, who's number 0, will be starting at one of the guard positions, a 5'11 senior from Eugene, Oregon. She transferred in from LaSalle, averaging 15 points per game and leading them in scoring. Kennedy Schuler wears number 1, a 5'10 junior from Gresham, Oregon. She had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists against Montana State. She's averaging 9 a game. Jenna Villa is number 3, 6'1 junior from Arlington, Washington. She transferred in from Washington State, had a team-high 19 points against Montana State, hit 4 3-pointers in the ball game. She averages over 13 a game. Allie Schimmel wears number 4, 5'10 sophomore from Corbett, Oregon. Had 7 yesterday, averages 7, and leads them shooting 46% from 3. Lizzie Williamson wears number 15, a 6'5 senior from Australia. She transferred in from North Carolina State, averages 6 points and 5 rebounds. Oregon State 7-5 on the year. The Liberty Lady Flames 6-4 under first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard. Claudia Athene will run the point. She wears number 4, a 5'8 junior from Girona, Spain, averaging 9.1 points a game and a team-high 50% from 3, 15 of 30. 38 assists on the year to 14 turnovers. Avery Mills is number 1, a 5'9 sophomore from Lynchburg, Virginia, 15 points a game and 5 rebounds. She has taken and made the most threes this year, 29 of 67. Elizabeth Eyestadter is number 21, 6'2 junior from Iceland. Ife Nwabi is number 6, 6'2 redshirt freshman from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She had 8 points, 5 rebounds against Hawaii, is 18th in the country, averaging 10.4 rebounds a game. And then finally, Emmy Stout in the post, 6'3 sophomore from San Diego, California, wears number 17. She got in some foul trouble yesterday, had limited minutes, and only scored 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Tip is in the air, and it is won by Oregon State. They will go from right to left here in the first half, wearing the white uniforms with black numbers and orange nameplates. Comes on the near wing to Schimmel. She picks up her dribble. Had a chance for a 3 there, and now will actually dribble again, and that is a turnover. So Liberty will get their first possession of the ball game. Lady Flames in the red uniforms today as the visiting team on the scoreboard. White numbers, baby blue trim. Going to our right, Claudia Athene dribbles to the top of the arc, and she picked up her dribble in a precarious spot. Has to get it over on the near wing to Avery Mills. Mills, 1 versus 1, has Schuler on her, bounces it to Stout. Stout goes strong to the hoop. Little contact, no call, as she got bumped off of her spot, missed the shot, and Oregon State gets the rebound. Still no score. Almost a minute in. Schuler at the top of the arc, goes far side to Bolden. Bolden's going to try to drive on Athene. Claudia is a low-key, very good defender. She is bothersome to guards. Underneath to Williamson. Williamson may have turned her ankle a little bit. She loses the ball out of bounds and comes up grimacing a bit. She'll check out of the game. Nene Sau will come in. 6'8", redshirt senior from Belgium, transferred from Utah. Liberty on offense. Eyestadter goes far wing to Athene. Athene puts it on the bounce outside the arc, and then goes interior to Stout. Stout to Nwabi. Nwabi with 9 seconds to shoot, goes all the way back out near midcourt to Athene. She dribbles towards the three-point line, pulls up just inside the arc and hits. So the Flames get the scoring underway. They lead 2-0. 8:20 and the clock running here in the first quarter. Oregon State on offense. Villa up top, now goes far wing to Bolden. She'll take a 3, it's too strong. A long rebound is fought for, and let's see, it's pulled in by Oregon State. They'll reset to Schuler. Schuler back outside to Bolden. Bolden drives in on Eyestadter, is cut off. Has to kick to Villa. Villa with 7 seconds to shoot. Bounces it in the paint where it's knocked away by Stout. Stout goes to the floor to save the possession, and Liberty will go back on offense. Mills left open near wing. Got it. Nothing but net for Avery Mills, who had a rough day yesterday. Only 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. But a quick start for the sophomore, and Liberty leads 5-0. Schimmel at the top of the arc. Far wing to Schuler. Schuler dumps it in the paint to Sal, who gives it right back to a cutting Schuler, who finger rolls it home. Full court pressure being shown, at least token pressure from the Beavers, but they back out of it as the Flames get the inbounds to Athene, and Athene will bring it up court to Stout in the high post. She hands it off to Athene. It kind of deflected to her, but Flames do hold on to the basketball. They got plenty of time to shoot, 12 on the clock. Mills on the near wing is bumped. Tiara Bolden is called for the foul. We actually have the exact same officiating crew from yesterday's game. Liberty with the basketball. Going along the baseline is Mills. Her pass to Stout goes astray, though, and Villa will give it up court for Oregon State, and then they almost throw the ball away. Nice job by Schuler to save it. It goes down low to Villa. Villa has her shot altered, maybe even blocked. Liberty comes out of the pack with the basketball. Oregon State was wanting a foul. Flames go to Ife Nwabi, now outside to Eyestadter, near wing to Mills. Mills fires up a 3, comes up short, and the rebound deflects to Bolden. Liberty's up 5-2. Almost 4 minutes in the ball game. Off of a screen, Bolden goes to the right side, tries to penetrate in. Stout picks her up. She's double teamed, has to go back outside to Schuler. Schuler lost the handle, regains it with still 11 seconds to shoot. Dribbles to the near wing in front of the Flames coaching staff. Now lobs it up to Sal. Sal hands it back to Schuler. 2 on the shot clock. Over on the far side to Bolton. She has to fire up a 3. It's an air ball, and the Flames force the turnover. Substitution for Oregon State. Laura Alonso will come into the game, 6'3" freshman from Spain. 10 international players on Oregon State. The Flames have 7. Hawaii yesterday had 11 in that game against Liberty. Or I should say just in that game. They have 11 on their roster. Foul away from the ball on Oregon State. It goes against Jenna Villa. And I mentioned the fact that there's the same 3 officials from yesterday. Brad Schmidt, Rochelle Bennett, and Katie Bossenmeyer. Inbound pass comes to Eyestadter, now near wing to Mills. On the near side, even further into the corner to Athene. Up top to Stout. Stout gives to Nwabi. Nwabi over to Eyestadter. She's going to pull up and has her shot blocked by Schimmel, and Schimmel also comes away with the basketball. Oregon State on the run the other way. Kennedy Schuler. Blonde hair waving. And she dribbles to the far side corner. Now gets it up top. Pass to Sal. Far wing to Villa. Villa's 3's too strong. Offensive rebound to Schuler, and they'll reset. Back on the interior to Sal. Too strong on her layup attempt, and the Flames eventually get it after it ping-pongs around a bit. Liberty still up 5-2. Nwabi drives, has her shot blocked back to her, and then out to Athene after a deflected pass. Athene will step back for 3, in and out, halfway down, rebound to Oregon State. We'll do a media timeout. The next dead ball that is going to come right now as an interior pass was knocked out of play by Ife Nwabi. It'll stay with Oregon State, and not a lot of offense in the first 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Liberty 5, Oregon State 2. As we take our first break in play on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Although you try not to, most of us have used an ATM out of network, and at the end, you get that notice. It's going to cost you $4 extra. You're paying money to get your own money. It makes you crazy. In retirement, you're going to want to use your 401k. But every time you dip into it, you have to pay taxes. Here we go again. You have to pay money to get your own money. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. We believe that every retirement plan needs a tax plan. Without it, you're using Uncle Sam's plan. And do you really think that's going to work in your favor? Call us for your customized retirement tax plan, 571-570-3559. If you've saved $500,000 or more, we'll build your plan complimentary. 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Welcome back into Maui. The Lady Flames are on top of Oregon State 5-2. 4 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Time now for our Retirement Key podcast, Keys to the Game, delivered by the Retirement Key podcast from Abish Financial Services, the official advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Find the Retirement Key podcast on Apple or Spotify, and basically getting the bench involved. Both these teams have some road-weary legs. Whoever is able to utilize the bench more, I'm sure, will have success. The Flames have some bench players in at the moment, as do the Oregon State Beavers, as the three-pointer on the far side is taken by Chloe Vitina. Vitina missed it. It was an air ball. Goes out of bounds, and Liberty will have it. The subs for the Flames are Jacayla Thompson as well as Lynn Peters. Athene, Nawabi, and Mills stay in the ball game. Nawabi has it on the near wing. She's working it on the bounce into the zone. Goes up on the right side, missed the shot, got her own rebound, then has it stripped away. Good work to get to the low block, just couldn't finish. Now back the other way, Oregon State is going to draw the first foul against Liberty, and they'll shoot 2 free throws. Flames haven't scored in almost 4 minutes. Oregon State hasn't scored in about 3.5 minutes after Liberty opened the game on a 5-0 run. It's 5-2, and now a chance for Alonzo to shoot 2 free throws. The first one is off to the right. I'm sorry, off to the left. She is a 59% free throw shooter on the year. Makes the second. It's 5-3 Liberty. Flames with the basketball. Cross half court, Mills comes around a screen to the near wing, hands off to Athene. Athene has it squirt out of her hands, but she gets it back. Now to Peters. Peters takes one dribble, hands right back to Athene. Top of the arc. Claudia's going to try to drive. She skips a pass across to Thompson. Thompson with 6 seconds to shoot will drive in on the right side and lay it in. Jacayla Thompson beats the shot clock and gives the Flames a 7-3 lead. On offense for the Beavers is Linda Mears. Her shot in the paint pops out, and Liberty gets the rebound. Ife Nawabi with the board. She brings it up to midcourt, hands off to Athene. Athene now to Peters, and Peters will hold the ball in the high post. No one close to her as far as guarding her. They would give her that shot, and she can take that shot. She was not facing the basket, though, so she'll give off to Athene. Now to Mills. Mills tries to post Peters. Peters lost the handle, and it's taken away by Oregon State. Flames with their third turnover. The Beavers with 3. Three-pointer from Bolton in the far corner is good. Oregon State gets it down to a 1-point game, 7-6. Bolton with her first points. She came in averaging over 15. Thompson for Liberty at the top of the arc. Dribbles into the paint, goes up strong, missed the shot. Peters is there for the rebound. We're going to get a foul on Oregon State. So Liberty will hold on to the possession, and they're going to make some substitutions. Nwabi, Athene, and Mills will get their first break of the game. Liddy Mwamba will come in for the first time. Emma Leon in for the first time. Emmy Stout back on the court, and Elizabeth Eisstotter re-enters the game as well. Inbound pass gets to Stout on the far block. She works her way inside, goes to the left, and missed the shot. And we're going to get a rebounding foul against Eisstotter trying to come over the top. Stout has not scored in this ball game. It has been a rough tournament so far for her. She's 1 of 5, only scored 3 points yesterday. Had some shots that she would normally hit that just didn't go in. Alonzo's going to fire a 3 from the top of the arc, and she hits. Oregon State with their first lead. They're up 8-7. So that was a 2-point basket. We have seen that a few times during this tournament as the Flames go down to Stout, outside to Eisstotter. There are multiple lines on the court because of it being a high school gymnasium. 7 seconds to shoot for Thompson. Thompson has to go into Stout. Stout's bumped with 3 on the shot clock. That foul will reset to 20. Okay, they've actually, as they register the foul, they're also clarifying that it was a 3-pointer on that last possession. So it is 9-7. Flames go on the interior to Stout. Stout works her way to the left side and hits the basket. So nice job by Emmy Stout. Maybe that'll get her going a little bit. As I said, it's been a struggle in Hawaii so far for the sophomore. Bolden going to pull up from 15, comes up short, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Alonzo. Then she lost the basketball. Thompson will bring it across for Liberty. Over to Leon. Leon lost the handle, and it's stolen back by Bolden. She's got to run out the other way and scores. Patino was throwing some interference up court, trying to keep the defender Thompson from being able to get to her teammate, and it worked to perfection. The Flames bench was wanting a foul. About a 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock as this first quarter is winding down. Oregon State leads by 2. Liberty goes on the interior to Stout. It's knocked away from her, out of bounds, but it will stay with the Flames. 6 seconds on the shot clock, actually about a 5-second difference. 11 on the game clock. Liberty inbounding in the near side corner. They're scoring at the goal to our right. Inbounds comes from the baseline. Thompson surveys the defense, gets it into Stout. Stout with 5 seconds to shoot, going to have to work quickly. She takes herself down low, missed the shot, and the ball then squirts out to Bolton. She's got 2 seconds, gets near midcourt, fires it up from there, and comes up short on the attempt. So after the Flames led the game 5-0, Oregon State has outscored Liberty 11-4 since then, and they lead 11-9 after 10 minutes of play. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Welcome back into Seabury Hall here on the island of Maui in Hawaii. For those that are watching along on YouTube and Facebook, you can see some highlights of the trip, some of the beach visits and some of the ocean views, as well as the hula dancers that we saw going into that last break. It's been a fun trip, but the Flames are wanting to get a victory out of this as well, as we'll have our Carter Bank and Trust game in a glance here in just a moment. Liberty is trailing 11-9 as we start the second quarter. Avery Mills into Emmy Stout, and Stout works on the low block, goes to the left side and draws a foul. It has been hard to get whistles inside the paint in this tournament, really. This is the exact same officiating crew that the Flames had yesterday. Normally in a tournament, they might have 6 officials that work both days, but they usually mix and match them a little bit. You wouldn't have the exact same 2 crews from one day to the next, but that's what has happened here as Emmy Stout goes to the free throw line and makes the first. The Flames out-rebounded Oregon State 8-7 in the first quarter. Liberty with 4 turnovers, Oregon State with 3. The Flames 31% from the field and Oregon State 33%. Emmy makes both and ties the game at 11 apiece. Flames showing some token pressure as it gets across half court, and Oregon State going from right to left will set up their offense. Near wing, Field, Caitlin Field, cross court to Bolden. Bolden back to Field. Field's open for 3, but too strong, and Nawabi gets the rebound, the 18th best rebounder in the country, averaging 10.4 per contest. Cloudy Athene on the drive for Liberty is cut off. Has to get outside to Iastauder. Now near wing to Mills. Mills waits for a pick, comes around it, pulls up from 15, and missed the shot, but got her own rebound. To Nawabi, now far wing to Athene. Athene picks up her dribble and goes inside to Stout. Stout works on the right block and scores. Muscles her way in. Emmy Stout puts Liberty back up by 2. Flames have led by as many as 5. They trailed by 2 after the first quarter. Field to the top of the arc. Schuler back to Field. Squares and then gives back to Schuler. Schuler again to Field. Playing catch on the near wing. Schuler will now drive and then dump off underneath. And the ball is knocked loose. I think Iastauder got her hand in there to deflect what was going to be an attempt from Mahayar. Flames Stout back on offense, drives in on the left side and muscles it through. Emmy Stout with back-to-back baskets. Liberty's up by 4. Oregon State on offense. Schuler in the middle to Bolden. Bolden back to Schuler. Schuler is given a little space, doesn't take the shot. Will go to Bolton, who does take the 3. It's too strong, and Stout goes up for the rebound. She pulls it in. Hands off to Athene. Athene will work against Schuler. Gets it across half court. A couple behind the back dribbles to get some space, and then lobs it up top to Stout. Far wing to Nawabi. Back up top to Stout. 12 seconds to shoot. She hands to Mills. Mills has a little bit of space. Instead is going to drive. Takes it to the hoop. Gives to Stout. Stout along 2. Doesn't get the roll. Tries to get her own rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of her. Oregon State with the ball back. 7:25 on the clock, and they are trailing by 4 here in the second quarter. Lynn Peters will come back in for Liberty. Stout will get a rest. Mills, Ayesdaughter, Athene, and Nawabi stay in the game for Liberty. Schimmel, Field, Bolden, as well as Villa and Alonzo, the 5 for Oregon State. Bolden lobs it to Alonzo. She squares towards the basket outside the three-point arc, picks up her dribble, in a little trouble, has to hand off to Schimmel, who goes back outside to Bolden. Bolden with 10 seconds to shoot will lob a pass into Alonzo. Can't quite handle, has to get it back to Bolden. Bolden pulls up from the elbow on the far side and scores. Pretty good defense by Liberty, just better offense by Tierra Bolden. 5'11" senior, transfer from LaSalle, who's averaging 15 a game. Mills far wing for three. Boom! Avery Mills drains it from 3rd Street, and Liberty's up 18-13. Second three of the ball game for Avery. Flames now match their largest lead. Alonzo again in the high post, picks up her dribble and hands to Field. Field drives in on the right side and then tries to dump a pass underneath, which was knocked back out of bounds by Lynn Peters. No, it went off of a Beaver, and it will be Flames basketball. Must have deflected back off of Villa. Liberty on offense. Athene works her way down low. A heavy screen, and now a pass to Ayesdaughter, who fakes the three, picks up her dribble, bounces into Peters. Peters works her way down low and then has her pocket picked. Back the other end is Field. Field to Bolden. Bolden comes near wing, and an open three from Schimmel is too strong. Nawabi goes up to get it. Gives off to Mills, and Mills will bring it across half court. 5:44. Mills for three again and knocks it home. Timeout taken by Oregon State. The clock didn't stop. The clock still hasn't stopped. About 5 seconds rolled off of the game clock. It should probably be 5:34. It says 5:29. We'll see if the officials catch that. Actually, they did. It's 5:35. So they put the time back on the clock, and we go to a break with Liberty now holding their largest lead of the ball game. They're up 21-13 from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abish Financial Services.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
At Lynchburg Nissan, it's the most wonderful time of the year for savings. With up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for up to 60 months, or 130% of fair KBB for your trade. This December is the best time to make that decision you've been thinking about. Take advantage of Lynchburg Nissan's year-end sales event while the best inventory is available. These models are limited supply and have been selling very quickly. Shop in person or go online at lynchburgnissan.com, home of the million-mile warranty.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Now, back to the game.
Welcome into paradise here on the island of Maui. We're going to have some more information about this tournament as well as the location and the history of the Hawaiian Islands coming up at halftime. Right now, as we sit with 5:35 left in the second quarter, Liberty has their largest lead at 21-13. Flames currently on a 6-0 run. Oregon State with the basketball. They go on the interior to Williamson, and Williamson has a little half hook. I don't know that that's what she initially intended to do. It might have slipped out of her fingertips a little bit. Either way, it is well off the mark. Liberty gets the rebound. They've got the basketball. Flames going to our right. Jacayla Thompson gives it up top to Mills. Mills will dump it into Peters. Peters works her way down low, goes to the right side, and scores. This is a big physical Oregon State team, but the Flames in the post have done an excellent job of going through contact to score baskets. They now lead by 10. Oregon State on offense. Villa at the top of the arc. Goes far wing to Schuler. Schuler jabs and now drives. Fades and scores high off the glass. That was a tough shot by Schuler. She comes in averaging almost 9 points a game. Had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists yesterday in the win against Montana State. Thompson on the attack for Liberty. She'll pull back for a long two, but it's too strong. Oregon State with the rebound. Schuler down court. Attacks and is defended well by Thompson. Forces into a miss, and Emma Leon gets the rebound for the Lady Flames. Liddy Mwamba also now back in the game along with Thompson, Mills, and Peters. Mwamba goes far side to Thompson. She holds the ball, now dribbles and gives to Mills. Mills bounces it back on the near side to Leon. In the corner to Thompson. Thompson will lob to Peters. Peters works her way left, now right, back left. Her shot's blocked to her. She's only got 2 seconds to shoot. The Flames not going to get a shot off in time. Peters did not realize the shot clock was running down after her attempt was stuck back to her. So the violation will give it back over to Oregon State. That is the 6th Flames turnover. Oregon State has 3. Liberty's winning the rebounding battle 17-9 and out shooting the Beavers 41% to 29%, including 3 of 5 from 3 for Liberty, 2 of 9 for Oregon State. Villa will dump it on the interior to Williamson. Williamson has the ball poked loose but gets it back. Now takes it into the corner to Schimmel, and Schimmel's three-pointer is good. So after the Flames led 23-13, 5 straight points for Oregon State. Jacayla Thompson to Mwamba on the near wing. Now to Ayestad, up top to Peters. Over to Leon. Leon drives and is cut off. Passes to Peters. Peters' elbow jumper is good. Nothing but net from Lynn Peters. That ends the 5-0 run for Oregon State and gives Liberty a 25-18 lead. Three-pointer again, far wing by Villa. It's off the mark, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound against the Beavers. Flames will bring Stout and Nwabi back in the game. They join Leon, Thompson, and Ayestad, and the Flames are going to take a 30-second timeout here with 2:34 to go in this second quarter. Maybe just a chance to rest the legs a little bit. First timeout taken of the game. We've already had our under 5 media timeout, so it will just stay a 30-second break. Claudia Athene came to the scores table. I don't think she got there in time. I don't know if she'll be able to enter the ball game or not. She's going to try, and we'll see if the officials allow it. They're going to say no. So she does have to go back to the scores table and wait for a dead ball. Jacayla Thompson will stay in the ball game as the point guard, and we see Oregon State showing some full court pressure. Again, Liberty up by 7. here in the second quarter. Inbound pass comes to Thompson, now to Leon, and Leon back to Thompson. Oregon State backs out of the pressure, and the Flames will set up their offense. Thompson on the near side to Nawabi, deeper into the corner to Eisdotter. Back to Thompson, to Eisdotter. She goes into Nawabi. Nawabi's shot is off the mark. Tried to get her own rebound, couldn't. And Oregon State will have the basketball. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Driving to the hoop is Kennedy Schuler. She elevates over everyone and scores. Cuts it back to a 5-point game. (25-20). 1:45 to go in the second quarter. Eisdotter dumps a pass into Stout. Stout kicks it out far wing to Leon. Now eventually to Thompson. Thompson has it stripped away from her. Bringing it up court is Lindemans. She gives off to Schuler, and Schuler lost the basketball out of bounds. Aggressive move, but just couldn't finish it off. And the Flames will get it on the turnover, which is number 4 for Oregon State. Athene now gets the opportunity to check into the ball game. She runs the point and gives it off to Mills. Mills back to Athene. Looks like man-to-man now for Oregon State. They go down to Stout. Stout missed the initial shot, had the ball knocked out of bounds off of her, and so it will be Beaver basketball. Clock running with 1:05 left in the first half. Kennedy Schuler bounces it to the free throw line to Villa. Villa's going to drive in, and a late whistle, but it will go against Liberty. A couple of free throws for Oregon State. Nawabi picks up the personal. Unlike yesterday where Efi and Emmy Stout both picked up some foul trouble early in the ball game, no one in any sort of foul problems today for either team. A few players with one foul, and that's it. First free throw is good. The Liberty lead is down to 4. It had been as much as 10. Second free throw good too. 25-22. 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Flames go to Stout. Stout at the top of the arc. Takes one dribble, hands off to Athene. Athene's going to drive in on Schuler, is cut off. Gives it out to Stout. Stout along 2 is off the mark, and we're going to get a rebounding foul against Liberty. Eisdotter coming over the top. That is her second, so that's the first player with some amount of foul trouble. She'll check out of the game. Jacayla Thompson will come back in, so the Flames going with a slightly smaller lineup now. 3.5 second difference between the shot clock and game clock as Liberty digs in defensively. Schuler dribbling near midcourt. They're going to probably work this down inside of 10 seconds at least. Athene there to meet her. Schuler drives down to 6 to shoot and draws the foul and hits the shot. Chance to tie this ball game up with 6 seconds until halftime. Kennedy Schuler 4 of 5 in the first half. 8 points and a chance to tie the game up. She is not shooting well from the free throw line to begin this year, only 39%. Makes it though, and the Flames have 6 seconds to try to get something back. Athene across half court with 3. She dribbles it to the far side of the court and then just has to chuck it up with one hand, a heave, falling out of bounds, which goes offline, and we are tied at halftime. Not a particularly good finish for Liberty. At the end of the second quarter, they had led 23-13. About midway through the period, and did not score, or I should say only scored one basket after that. So from the point that it was 23-13, a 12-2 run for Oregon State. And we are no further along than when we started. OSU outscored Liberty 11-9 in the first quarter. The Flames outscore OSU 16-14 in the second. 25 apiece in a low-scoring affair as we head to the break, and we will be back with the Segra halftime show after this from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at pearyfamilydentistry.com.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, powered by Segra. Segra offers customized business solutions. Learn more at Segra.com.
Welcome back into the Maui Classic. Here on the island of Maui, we'll talk a little bit more about our location, and we're actually playing here at Seabury Hall, which is a prep school, so it's got lines for high school, the high school three-point line, the college three-point line, volleyball lines, and various things on the court. So that's something that these teams probably don't deal with a lot during the course of the year. But it's a beautiful facility, not very big. There's only one side that has bleachers, and then there's a balcony that goes around like a horseshoe, 3 sides of the building. And some people watch from up on the balcony. So it's a fun little place to play some hoops. So far, Liberty is trying to get their first win of the 2-day Classic. They lost yesterday to Hawaii, who is not the host school. Oregon State actually hosts this tournament. And currently Liberty and Oregon State are locked at 25 apiece as we sit here at halftime. Montana State is the 4th team. They lost to Oregon State yesterday, and they beat Hawaii today. So if Liberty were to win this game, all 4 teams would go 1-1. Oregon State has a chance to win the outright title, going 2-0, as this was a predetermined Classic where everyone knew their matchups coming in. As far as some scores to tell you about, there's a lot going on. And when we're here, it happens early in the day. Matter of fact, we were watching Liberty men's basketball playing hoops when we woke up this morning. Matter of fact, didn't even get to see the whole game because we trying to sleep as late as possible. We got a red-eye flight taking us home right after this game, and many won't get to their destination until mid-afternoon on Sunday, maybe even early evening on Sunday. So trying to get as much sleep as possible, but when we did wake up, well, we saw some good news. Personally saw the tail end of the game where Liberty Flames went up to Dayton and ended a 33-game home winning streak for the Flyers against non-conference opponents. The Flames won 64-61, so a great victory for Coach McKay and the group. 2 NFL games this afternoon to tell you about. I say afternoon for us. They were into the evening for you guys. If you're listening on the East Coast, the Philadelphia Eagles beat Washington 29-18, and it was the Bears in overtime knocking off the Packers 22-16. College football playoffs are underway, and all the first-round games have concluded. Miami, in a low-scoring affair, beats Texas A&M on the road 10-3. Ole Miss walloped Tulane 41-10, and Oregon, in a shootout, beats James Madison 51-34. That's a look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. We'll come back and talk a little bit about Maui and this tournament when we return. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit carillionclinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now back to the halftime report, powered by Segra.
Well, welcome back in to the Maui Classic. Liberty and Oregon State tied at 25. Here as we continue through at halftime. We do have, I'll tell you what we'll do. For those that are watching in on YouTube and Facebook, we'll kind of have our little montage of some of the scenes that we've gone through here over the course of the few days that we've been in Maui. Describe some of them to you for those that are just listening in on the Liberty Flames app or the website. But just a beautiful area. If you want to think about the size of the island of Maui, it's a little bit smaller than Bedford County. Of course, formed by volcanoes that I'm going to try my best to pronounce. Mauna Kahaiawai and Hulea Kulene are the two volcanoes that form the island. Polynesians explorers settled Maui named it after a demigod of that culture. And the Hawaiian Kingdom was actually overthrown in 1893, leading to the annexation by the United States. Then known as the Sandwich Islands, it was named the Hawaiian Islands after the largest island of Hawaii, the Big Island, southernmost island. Maui is the second largest, followed by Oahu, which is home to Honolulu, the capital, and Pearl Harbor. There are 8 main islands and many other atolls. The highest peak is Haleakūlani, and if you think about it being a little over 10,000 feet, it's almost twice as tall as the highest point in Virginia, Mount Rogers. Maui County encompasses 4 islands, so it's not just Maui, but Molokai, Lanai, and the uninhabited island of Kahau'olahewe. I butchered that. But it's uninhabited. It had been used for military purposes, was given back to the Hawaiian state back in the early 90s. Only 7,000 people on Molokai and only about 3,500 on Lanai. Population of Maui Island is 164,000. And again, by way of comparison, Lynchburg Metro, all the counties surrounding Lynchburg, has about 260,000 folks. So Maui, about 100,000 less than the metro area of Lynchburg. This tournament is put on by Vertical Sports Maui, which is a Christian-based organization. And the Flames have had the honor of getting to do some community service events while they were here as well, and spoke to students at a charter school, which was a lot of fun. The kids had a great time, and the Lady Flames, I think, maybe had even more fun than the kids did. We'll take a timeout. It is 25-25 here at intermission. We'll be back with the second half and your stats, brought to you by Larry's Tire, right after this break here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
It's Bo time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's Bo time.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half. Presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back into Maui. Lady Flames and Oregon State are tied at 25 here at halftime. Jamie Hall with you from Seabury Hall. No relation. Liberty playing in the second day of this Maui Classic. They lost yesterday to Hawaii. Oregon State beat Montana State earlier today. Montana State beat Hawaii, and now the Flames are trying to go 1-1 themselves, and if they could get the win today. Larry's Tire and Auto stats from the first half. Liberty finished up shooting 39% from the field. Oregon State 36%. The Flames were 3 of 5 from 3. The Beavers were 3 of 11. Liberty 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Another 200 meals donated to local area food banks to the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. Oregon State was 4 of 5. Avery Mills led Liberty with 9 points. Emmy Stout had 8. Kennedy Schuler's 9 paced Oregon State. Liberty won the rebounding battle 17-12. Flames with 7 turnovers and the Beavers with 4. We are underway. Oregon State having the first possession of this third quarter. They go from left to right on the near wing. Villa is going to try a 3, and she bangs it home. Largest lead of the game so far for Oregon State. They're up by 3. A 15-2 run currently for the Beavers. Flames, Athene picks up her dribble, has to go outside to Mills. Mills with 12 seconds to shoot, guarded by Schimmel. Will bounce it inside to Stout. Stout has her shot blocked by Williamson. Oregon State comes out of the pack with the basketball. They go the other way, and driving to the hoop is Schuler, who lays it in. Now a 5-point deficit, a 17-2 run that spans the halves for OSU. Ify Nwabi for Liberty on the far wing. She's going to try to drive through, is cut off. Kicks it out to Athene. Athene behind the back dribble with 8 seconds to shoot. Hesitates, now penetrates, goes high off the glass with the left hand and scores. That ends the run and makes it a 3-point game. 8:40 in the clock running here in the third quarter. Schuler trying to draw a foul with some head motion, throwing her head back to try to draw some whistles, but she doesn't get it. Now she gets the ball back on the near wing and tries a 3 and hits. Oregon State as a team came in shooting 33% from 3. That 3-pointer gives them their largest lead so far at 6. Flames go to Stout. Stout drives to the hoop and tries to go around Williamson. The shot was altered. It's off and back the other way. Oregon State has possession. Schuler at the top of the arc. One-on-one with Athene. Picks up her dribble. Bounces it right to Emmy Stout. It's almost as if she was trying to post Emmy. And now we got some contact. Schuler is going to pick up the personal foul. Liberty will have the ball trailing by 6 as the ball boy crew, who got to play in a pickup game at halftime, run out 4 strong to clean up the perspiration off the hardwood, and we're ready to play again. Athene goes on the far wing to Eierstadter. Now to Mills. Mills dumps a pass to Stout. Stout kicks it out to Nwabi. Nwabi back on the near wing to Athene. Athene crosses over along the baseline. Nothing there. Double team. Lobs it back to Nwabi, and Nwabi traveled. Turnover number 8 for Liberty. They came in averaging 19 a game. Oregon State averages 17. The Beavers forced 12. The Flames forced 14. Liberty down by 6. Oregon State with the basketball. Near wing Bolden fires up a 3, but there's going to be a moving screen, and the shot was off anyway, but it will be a foul against the Beavers. See who that is called against. Williamson, her first. Several players with 1 foul. Only Eierstadter has 2 in the ball game so far. Athene dumps in to Stout. Stout works to the left side and scores over the top of Williamson. That was a very nice move by Stout. Back to a 4-point game. They'll go into Williamson on the other end. She's defended well by Stout. Gets the left-handed hook. Pops out, and the Flames get the board eventually after it skittered around a little bit. Now Liberty goes down low to Stout. Out of bounds, and they're going to say Oregon State basketball. Stout felt like it was knocked loose by Williamson. The official must have Saw that it glanced off of her on the way out. There is no video review in this tournament, so no challenges. Also can't check clock situations. Schimmel, far wing corner, 3 is good. And the three-point shots are starting to fall here in the second half for Oregon State. They open up a 36-29 lead. It's their largest. Flames led by as many as 10. Nawabi, nice step through on the near wing. Long strides and scores with the left hand. Liberty gets it back down to 5. Oregon State trying to move quickly the other way. Schuler is cut off. Now gets the play call. Passes far wing to Villa. Villa will drive in on Eyestader. Defended well. The shot is off the mark. The rebound is tipped out of bounds by Oregon State. And the Flames will get the ball back. Kayla Thompson and Lynn Peters will come in. Stout and Eyestader will get a rest. Schuler with 14 points leads everybody. Stout has 10 for Liberty. Nawabi comes near wing to Mills. Mills now to Thompson at the top of the arc. Looks far side to Athene. Athene in the corner to Mills. Mills fakes the 3, picks up her dribble and gives to Peters. Peters is going to take an elbow jumper. It's off the mark, and the rebound secured by Oregon State. They lead by 5, 36-31. Villa at the top of the arc. Cross-court pass is stolen away by Mills. Mills runs it up court, goes all the way in herself, draws the foul and hits the shot. Avery Mills will step to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Wow. Took the contact, stayed on a shooting plane, didn't lean either way, even after being hit. Banked it in, and now the Flames with a highlight reel opportunity to get this down to a 2-point game. Mills does make the free throw. She's shooting above 80% on the year. She's in double figures, up to 12. It's 36-34. Oregon State. Flames applying some pressure, bringing it across half court is Lindemans. She'll go down low and score. Bethina was the recipient of that pass. That ends a little mini Liberty run. Gives Oregon State a 4-point lead. Thompson to Mills. Mills steps for 3, short though. And the rebound to Oregon State. Bethina guarded by Emma Leon, who had checked into the game a moment ago. We're going to get a foul called against Leon. With 4:16 left to go in the third quarter, Oregon State 38, Liberty 34. That'll bring us to a media timeout as some Christmas music plays in the background. 4 days away from the holiday back on the East Coast, as we've now broached midnight. Still only 7 o'clock here in Hawaii. Hopefully you've done all your shopping. You still got a couple of days to get those last minute gifts. The Flames are hoping to get a victory as their Christmas present. Got a little over 14 minutes to try to accomplish that. They're currently trailing by 4 as we take a timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia. Just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your local HVAC experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams. Find upcoming schedules. Buy and download tickets to the next game. Listen to podcasts and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
Takes a long three. Got it! From 30! And the Flames lead!
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
.34, Oregon State on top of Liberty, and it is Beaver basketball as we get back underway. They're scoring at the goal to our right, wearing the white uniforms, black numbers, the Flames, and the red unis with white numbers. It goes on the interior for Oregon State. Now kick to the near wing to Lindemans. Her three-pointer is good, and Oregon State has not missed a three-pointer in the third quarter. They are currently 4 of 4 from outside the arc, and they push the lead back to 7. Liddy Mwamba has checked in for Liberty. Emma Leon lost the basketball, gives it back outside to Thompson. Thompson will now drive in, finds a little space to shoot over the top of the outstretched arm of Nene Sao at 6'8". Alters the shot, and the Beavers go back on offense. Schuler drives and kicks to Alonzo. Now inside to Sao, who was being guarded by Thompson, and that is a major mismatch. Thompson at 5'8". And now a 9-point lead for OSU. That is their largest of the ball game. They lead by the palindrome score of 43-34. Flames on the near wing. Aaliyah Alexander, who just checked in, gives to Peters. Peters picks up her dribble with 6 seconds to shoot. Will take a three and hit. Lynn Peters from 3rd Street showing off her range. And that wasn't just a three. That was a couple feet behind the line. What a huge shot in this basketball game. Cuts it down to a 6-point lead with 2.5 to go in the third. Oregon State going to go back down low to South. She'll take a turnaround half hook and score. 45-37. Thompson running the point for Liberty. Comes to the top of the arc. Picks up her dribble, double team. Hooks a pass underneath to Alexander. Now back up top to Peters. Similar spot to where she shot that three-pointer. Still got time, though, so she'll give to Mwamba. Back to Peters. Peters going to take another three and hits again! She had not shot a three-pointer in college. Her first 2 attempts are makes against Oregon State. The lead is down to 5. Interior feed looking for Sal is knocked away by Peters. The Flames get the steal. They run it up court. Mwamba now to Leon. She's going to drive along the baseline. It's cut off. Gives it up top to Alexander. Near side to Thompson. Thompson saves it from going out of bounds. Back to Alexander. Now over to Mwamba, who couldn't handle it, but Leon was there to clean things up, and Coach Alexis Sherrard is going to take a timeout. He saw the Flames almost turn the ball over probably 3 times on that possession. And by him calling the timeout, we will have a media break, which will give them even more of a chance to rest their legs and I think also make some substitutions. It looks like the starting 5 is set to come back in the game. But an electric couple of minutes for Lynn Peters, the freshman, with 2 made three-pointers. She has 10 points in this ball game, and Liberty has cut what was at one point a 9-point deficit down to 5 as we take a break with the teams here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Although you try not to, most of us have used an ATM out of network, and at the end, you get that notice. It's going to cost you $4 extra. You're paying money to get your own money. It makes you crazy. In retirement, you're going to want to use your 401k, but every time you dip into it, you have to pay taxes. Here we go again. You have to pay money to get your own money. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. We believe that every retirement plan needs a tax plan. Without it, you're using Uncle Sam's plan. And do you really think that's going to work in your favor? Call us for your customized retirement tax plan, 571-570-3559. If you've saved $500,000 or more, we'll build your plan complimentary. 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Centra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Centra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Liberty with the basketball as we get back to play. They've got 13 seconds to shoot, trailing Oregon State 45-40 with 1:25 left to go in this third quarter. Lady Flames inbound in the backcourt to Ife Nwabi, now on the far side to Claudia Athene. Back up top to Nwabi with 6 seconds to shoot. Over to Stout, out to Athene. Athene's going to fire it from 40 feet, and it's an air ball out of bounds. That's got to drive Coach Sherrard absolutely crazy. Coming out of a timeout when you drew up exactly what you wanted to do, the Flames certainly did not execute it. So the lead holds at 5 for Oregon State. They go back on offense. Alonzo picks up her dribble and gives out to Bolden. Bolden over on the far side to Athena, and her shot is rejected out of bounds by Ife Nwabi. "12 seconds to shoot, 52 seconds in the third. Oregon State inbounding on the baseline, scoring with the goal to our right, and they barely get it in time. I'm not sure that wasn't a long 5 seconds. Alonzo with 8 seconds to shoot, gives off to Bolden. Bolden dribbles around the defender, takes it into the paint. Missed the shot. The rebound is out of bounds, and it'll stay with Oregon State. Flames probably got away with a foul on that initial drive. So maybe the best case scenario that it's just side out. Bolden retreats outside the arc and gives to Villa. Villa with 11 seconds to shoot will drive in on Nwabi, passes it back outside to Lindemans, and she lost the basketball out of bounds. And then took a little bit of a spill. Comes up grimacing. She'll stay in though. We do see Nene Sau back out on the court, the 6'8" redshirt senior, transfer from Utah. From Brussels. Liberty down by 5, 16 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The shot clock is off. Athene dribbles on the far wing, off of a pick from Stout. She'll drive in, it's cut off. Hooks a pass underneath to Stout. Stout goes up on the right side and kisses it in off the glass. Time's going to expire on Oregon State before they get a shot, and we go to the third quarter with Liberty trailing by 3. 45-42, and even though it was not a great quarter for Liberty as far as what Oregon State was able to do, they actually go from it being tied at halftime to leading by 3. It could have been a lot worse. Oregon State shot lights out in the third quarter, and the Flames were able to match it. We'll get you those exact numbers coming up here in just a moment, along with our Carter Bank & Trust Game at a Glance. You're listening to the from Van Wagner, you're listening to Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, back to the game.
We head to the fourth quarter. Liberty with the basketball, trailing by 3. They go inside to Emmy Stout. We'll get you the numbers here in just a second. Now out to Nawabi. She rises up and hits a long 2. Just on top of the line. So instead of tying the ball game up, the 20-foot jumper makes it a 1-point game. Oregon State going to try to answer with a long, actually that was a 3, but it's well off the mark by Schimmel, and Liberty gets the board. Up court to Mills. Flames trying to retake the lead as they go inside to Stout. Stout with the left hand, scores over the top of Sal. The Flames back up, 46-45, just underway in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a whistle and a foul against Liberty. The third quarter numbers that I was alluding to, Oregon State shot 8 of 12 in the third quarter, 67% and 4 of 4 from 3. But the Flames, they were able to stay within reach because they shot 54% and 2 of 4 from 3. Also got a point at the free throw line. Oregon State didn't shoot any free throws in the third quarter. Beavers on offense to our right, I should say. Villa clears a little space, pulls up and scores. Oregon State back up by 1. Avery Mills up at the top now to Stout. Stout will drive in, picks up her dribble and gives back to Nawabi. Nawabi takes another long 2. It's short, and we're going to get a rebounding foul against Liberty. I should say 47-46, Oregon State with the lead and the basketball. Schuler drives and kicks on the far wing to Schimmel. Schimmel fakes the 3, drives in on Stout, has her shot rejected out of bounds by Emmy Stout. 13 seconds to shoot for the Beavers. Kennedy Schuler will put it in play under the basket, slightly to the far side of the court. Inbound pass goes to Villa. Villa guarded by Mills, will retreat all the way back near half court. Now attacks, takes it into the paint, and makes a very difficult shot. Oregon State up by 3. Flames on their offensive end. Nawabi hands off to Iastadter, who then gives to Mills. Mills with 16 seconds to shoot, dribbling near the Seabury Hall logo. Goes down along the baseline, turns, fires, and hits from 15. That was a tough shot. Liberty back within 1. Villa back up court, over to Schuler. Schuler with Athene on her. Schuler not a particularly good three-point shooter, only hitting at 10%, so they give her some space, so she'll dribble instead, then fades in the paint, missed the shot, defended well. Emmy Stout was the one applying the contest. Flames up court to Athene for 3. Boom! Claudia Athene drains the tray, and the Flames take a 2-point lead as we approach 7 minutes to go in the ball game. 51-49. Schuler bounces it inside to Villa. Villa now back out to Schuler. Deep in the corner to Lindemans. Lindemans cross-court pass to Schimmel. Schimmel with 7 seconds to shoot to Schuler. She'll take a 3. It's well off the mark, and the Flames get the rebound. Ife Nawabi pulls in the board. She's got 7. And now the Flames give it away. Stolen by Schimmel. She'll race down court and lay it in to tie the game up at 51. Flames have led by as many as 10 in this ball game. They trailed by 9 after a 17-2 Oregon State run between the second and third quarters. Nawabi with the basketball. Out to Iastadter, fakes the 3, now drives in on the right side, goes up strong and scores with a little teardrop. Flames lead by 2. Schuler quickly back the other end. There is a lot of life in the legs of these players considering how much they've played and in some tough conditions the last 2 days. Williamson on the low block with Stout guarding her. It's muscle against muscle. The shot comes up short though, and the Flames get the rebound. Liberty in the red unis, the visiting team on the scoreboard. Oregon State in the whites. Mills drives, picks up her dribble, flings one up from 14. Flames wanted a foul, no call. Rebound Oregon State. Schuler will now slow things down a little bit. Looks over to her head coach, Scott Ruick. Gets the play. Everybody stays motionless for a moment as Schuler dribbles into a double team and has it knocked out of bounds by Stout. 11 seconds to shoot. Maybe I spoke too soon on the legs. That last 20 seconds, it seemed like both teams were playing in slow motion. Current temperature is in the upper 70s, but throughout the course of this week, seeing highs in the mid-80s and a lot of humidity. Schuler with the basketball after the inbound. She's going to go along the baseline and banks it home. Schuler with another high degree of difficulty shot. She is 7 of 11 from the field, has 16 points. And we're tied at 53. Flames are on offense. A Stout will go back to Nawabi. Nawabi along the far wing is cut off. Now just keeps going towards the basket though. Reverses it in with the left hand. Didn't give up on the play. Flames back up by 2, 55-53. Villa goes cross court to Schimmel. Schimmel now to Schuler. Schuler one-on-one with Athene, gets past her and scores. The dribble drive ability of Kennedy Schuler is on another level. She only averages 9 points a game. She's already got 20 in this ball game. And mostly on the attack. Mills going to try a 3 at the top of the arc. It comes up short. Sal gets the rebound for Oregon State. Stout tried to get in there to tie it up, but couldn't get to the basketball. Oregon State will slowly set up their offense. Tied at 55 with 3:48 and the clock running here in the fourth. Schuler steps back for a long 2. It's well off the mark. The rebound deflected around, and the Flames eventually come away with it. Nawabi will bounce it over to Athene, and Athene will slowly dribble across half court. 3.5 to go. And a foul is going to be called against Schuler as she says she's got to come out of the game. That was an intentional foul just to be able to get out and get the media timeout. You don't see that very often, but with only one foul called, actually no fouls have been called against Oregon State. That's the first called against them. And Schuler, having had no fouls before that, she was willing to give up the foul to get the media timeout and get a rest. So maybe it is starting to get to everybody. 55-55, don't go anywhere. We got an exciting conclusion ahead. 3:29 to go. Liberty and Oregon State here on the island of Maui. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Welcome back into Seabury Hall here on the island of Maui. Makua, Hawaii. Liberty and Oregon State tied at 55, the final game of this Maui Classic. If the Flames were to win, all four teams would finish up 1-1. Jacayla Thompson has checked in for Liberty. She inbounds the basketball to Mills. Schuler has stayed in for Oregon State. Just needed that media timeout to get a few minutes of rest after giving the foul to force it. Mills at the top of the arc, near wing to Thompson. Thompson looks postward, nothing for, to Nwabi. Nwabi with 4 seconds to shoot, lost the handle, gives it back to Eyestadter. Eyestadter's going to have to just chuck it up and does not catch the rim. So a wasted possession for the Lady Flames that resulted in a desperation shot with the clock running down. A couple mishandles kind of led to that. Still tied at 55. Schuler with the ball for the Beavers. She crosses it over, gets a little bit of space, now pulls it back outside the arc and will attack. Kicks over to the far wing and a traveling violation against Schimmel. She went up to shoot. It looked like Thompson was going to be there to block her shot, so she came back down and is called for the turnover. That's 10 for Oregon State. The Flames have 12, but they've done much better here later in this ball game. Mills up top to Eyestadter. She picks up her dribble and gives to Nwabi. Nwabi looks back door, nothing there. Goes far wing to Thompson instead, and we're going to have a foul called against Oregon State with a hold on Stout. Both teams still have 2 fouls to give in these final minutes, 2 minutes and 32 seconds to be exact. Liberty having a little trouble inbounding. They do to Mills. Mills turns and fires from the baseline, in and out. And a rebound to Oregon State. Halfway down, but it doesn't go through. Still tied at 55, 2:20 left in the ball game. Schuler to Bolden. Bolden with Thompson on her. Goes to the right. Picks up her dribble and finds Schuler for three. Air ball. I mentioned she is not a good three-point shooter. She's been forced to take a couple in the fourth that she has missed. Mills goes inside to Stout. Stout works hard on Sal, and the shot rolls around, does a lap, and comes out the other side. Still tied at 55. Oregon State with the rebound. Bolden again on the near wing. Both teams looking like they may be a little island weary at this point. Offense is slowed down. Villa, she's going to take a contested jumper and gets the roll. Front rim and in. Oregon State leads. Thompson across half court, and the Flames are going to take a timeout. I believe that the Flames will have one timeout left, and Oregon State will have three. We'll double check that, but I believe that's the case. Claudia Thien set to check back into the game for Liberty. A minute 24 to go. Flames down by 2 with the basketball. We talked earlier on the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard about Green Bay losing in overtime to Chicago. One bright spot from that game, if you're a Liberty fan, is Malik Willis came in. It was 9 of 11 for 121 yards passing, had a TD, and also 10 rushes for 44 yards. So a solid game for Malik. Also earlier today, Liberty men's basketball team got a win at Dayton, ending a 33-game home winning streak against non-conference opponents for the Flyers. After the timeout, Liberty will have Mills, Athene, Nawabi, Ayestadter, and Stout on the court. 25 seconds to shoot. A minute 24 in the game, and Liberty is trailing 57-55. Athene inbounds in the backcourt to Nawabi, who hands it back to Athene, and again to Nawabi. Over to Mills. Mills dribbles to the far side of the court, where Athene will give it back to Mills. Mills fakes the three with 12 seconds. She's going to drive, give off to Stout. Pass deflects off of her. She gets it back, though, down to 5. Her shot is short, and Oregon State gets the rebound. Stout wasn't expecting the initial pass, still got the basketball off of the deflection, but then was forced into a very difficult attempt. Schuler back up court for Oregon State. They lead by 2. She's going to attack and draw the foul and miss the shot. Boy, that came close to being a chance at a three-point play. Now she'll have to earn it at the free throw line to try to extend this into a 2-possession game. It's currently 57-55. Schuler on the year, only 39% from the free throw line. She is attack-minded. The first free throw is good. Not so much a shooter as she is a distributor and a driver. Chance to make it a 4-point game. She does. Gets the friendly roll, and the Flames are going to take their final timeout. "30-second timeout. Three timeouts left for Oregon State. The Flames with no timeouts, so they won't be able to advance the basketball after this. They trail by 4. A huge run by Oregon State in the second quarter into the third quarter of 17-2. Eventually turned a 10-point deficit into a 9-point lead. The Flames battled back. Got it within 3 going into the fourth quarter. 45-42. And now they trail by 4 with 48 seconds left. Mills inbounds to Stout. Stout turns, looking for an option. Nothing there. Goes back door to Nawabi. Nawabi scores on the left side, and it's back to a 2-point game. Flames going to try to foul, and they get to Schuler, and that's exactly who you want to foul, even though she has hit all 3 of her free throws in this ball game. Statistically, she is the one that you want to put on the line. But actually, that was only the 4th Liberty team foul, so they still have 1 to give. Probably in the same mode here. Schuler gets her hands on the ball, you foul her. If not, there is a 9.8 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Liberty just doesn't have any timeouts left. Oregon State does. They'll take one to advance the basketball. Coach Scott Ruick has 2 timeouts remaining. And a chance for Liberty to draw up a little strategy as well. Decision being, with almost a 10-second difference, do you try to play this out, play some defense, or play with the mindset if the ball gets in Schuler's hands, where she's the point guard, and it likely would, you foul her, but anybody else you just play defense on. That's a possibility too. And I say all that, Schuler has come up with 3 big free throws in this game, even though she shot 39% coming in. They'll inbound on the near side in the front court. Schimmel will put the ball into play. And we're going to have a foul before the inbounds. Nawabi is going to be called for a foul even before the ball got put into play. College basketball, that's just shots, and unfortunately for Liberty, that is the player you don't want to foul, as Jenna Villa is a 91% free throw shooter. If you were going to grab somebody running around before the inbound, you would have wanted to grab Schuler. Villa's first free throw is good. She has a chance to push this back out to a 2-possession game. There's still plenty of time, though, 39.8. Time for the Flames to get up, even get a quick 2, and do this all over again. Both free throws are good. 61-57. Athene across half court, and she's fouled. 2 fouls to give for Oregon State. So they'll slow the pace down. They'll have a chance to foul one more time if they choose to do so. Flames are still in a spot where if they work quickly, they can try to just get a quick 2. Inbound pass comes to Mills. Mills in the corner, bounces it into Stout. Stout works on Sal. She's cut off, gives to Mills. Mills stabs and then has her 3-point shot blocked by Schuler. Schuler with the basketball, and the Flames foul her in the backcourt with 18.4 to go. Oregon State leads by 4, and they all shoot free throws. Mills was just trying to find some space on that near wing. Thought that she had created enough to get the shot over the top of Schuler, but Schuler blocked it, came down with the ball as well, and now will shoot 2. Try to further extend what is currently a 4-point lead for the Beavers. First free throw from Schuler is no good. Flames have no timeouts, so they'll have to work quickly the length of the court. Second free throw is up, and it is good. So a 5-point game. Liberty inbounds to Athene. Still a foul to give, and they're going to take it with 14 seconds to go. Schimmel reaches in on Athene. Another foul would put the Flames at the free throw line, so Oregon State is not going to be in that mode now. Athene puts it into Stout. Stout goes back out to Athene. It's deflected away by Schuler with 12 seconds. Liberty will try again inbounding on this near sideline right in front of their bench. Athene to Nawabi. Nawabi picks up her dribble, down to 9 seconds. Going to have to hurry over to Eisstotter for 3. She comes up short. Sal gets the rebound and is fouled, but only 3.7 seconds to go. And it looks like the Flames' valiant effort in this ball game is going to come up short. We were tied at 55 apiece, but a 7-2 run in the final couple minutes of this ball game, now make it 8-2 with the first free throw, has been the difference. Sal, also not a very good free throw shooter, but she hits both. Flames inbound to Mills. Mills will take a half-court shot, which is offline, and the horn sounds with Oregon State sweeping through the Maui Classic. They go 2-0 to claim the title by beating first Montana State and now Liberty. Final in this game, 64-57. Oregon State ending on a 9-2 run to win it. We're going to have an abbreviated post game. Get a quick conversation with head coach Alexis Sherrard, and then there's a flight to be caught. So we're going to only have one segment of post game today. So let's take a break, and we'll get Coach Sherrard's thoughts right after this timeout. Here from Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
At Lynchburg Nissan, it's the most wonderful time of the year for savings. With up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for up to 60 months, or 130% of fair KBB for your trade. This December is the best time to make that decision you've been thinking about. Take advantage of Lynchburg Nissan's year-end sales event while the best inventory is available. These models are limited supply and have been selling very quickly. Shop in person or go online at lynchburgnissan.com, home of the million-mile warranty.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydentistryva.com.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty men's basketball coach Richie McKay. The McKay family are proud Flames Club members and invite you to join in training Champions for Christ on and off the court. Whether you're at the game or cheering from home, your support is valuable and directly impacts our student athletes. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now it's time for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Get a complete recap of the game. Hear from Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, final stats, and more. This is the Coca-Cola post-game report. Coke, taste the feeling.
Welcome back into Maui. We are now joined by head coach Alexis Sherrard. And Coach, I know you're going to be disappointed coming out of this with a couple of losses. But again, a spot after a big run from Oregon State, 17-2 run between the second and third quarter. It would have been easy to kind of pack up the bags and start Christmas break, but your ladies battled back. It was a 55-55 game. and it just didn't swing your way down the stretch. What was the kind of the key that gave them the edge in the final couple minutes of this ball game?
I mean, they're a great team. I mean, there's very, very little room for error. And, we had a couple of just blips, I guess, just unfortunate plays, a few breakdowns at the end. But like you said, I think our ladies, they played hard for the full 40 minutes. But when you're playing a great team, you can't play hard, or be sharp for 37, 38 minutes. You got to, be sharp the full 40. And, we got to take our hats off to Oregon State. Scott does a great job. But I'm very pleased with our ladies' effort, the perseverance, the way they played together, they stayed together, and they fought hard to the end.
When you look at any specific individual efforts during the course of this weekend, it was kind of the bench that played well for you yesterday. The starters scored the majority of the points in this ball game, but Lynn Peters, another young lady that came off the bench and hit 2 huge three-pointers that was really the catalyst of that comeback.
Yeah, that was the start of it. And, I think we didn't come out with any wins this trip, but I think our bench really grew. They really matured. As you said, the bench was obviously very strong yesterday. Lynn showed glimpses of greatness. And, we see Lynn take threes in practice all the time. So, I know she's capable of doing that. But, she had some good post moves against some pretty big post players, 6'8", 6'5". I mean, she's only a freshman. So she showed good poise. The future's going to be bright. But like I said, there are no moral victories. But I'm just very pleased with the way our ladies played their hearts out, left it out all on the floor, and most importantly, played together and played the right way.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long, but I do want to ask you one more quick one before we go. It's not the halfway point of the season, but a lot of people kind of go, well, non-conference is that dividing point. Now you get into conference after you come back from Christmas break and after New Year's. How would you grade the Lady Flames first semester?
I would give it I'd probably give it a good solid B. I mean, giving the team from last year, a heavy senior-oriented team. We lost 70% of our offense from last year. Relatively new team. Everyone's in a new role.
Including yourself?
Including myself. So, from top to bottom, everyone's in a new role. So this could have easily been written off as kind of a rebuilding year. They're young. They're talented, but rebuilding. So I think we played hard. We had a great out-of-conference schedule, played some quality teams, got a lot of quality experience. And, kind of looking forward to conference now. I mean, if I don't see another 6'8" opponent for the rest of the year, I won't be angry.
Have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you on another long road trip when New Mexico State and going to UTEP comes calling just after. I guess the trip will start before New Year's and will end slightly after New Year's, but look forward to traveling with you guys once Conference USA begins.
Okay. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
That was head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll let him head back to the locker room and wrap up. We're going to be getting on an airplane and heading out of town here in just a couple of hours. That long trip back. It's actually a little bit shorter because the wind's with you, but still, because you lose those hours of time. On the way here, it seems like, we leave in the morning, we get here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but you lost 5 hours in the process, the 5 hours kept going with you in the process. When you go back, you just lose 5 hours like that, bam. So you leave at 11 o'clock local time, and you get home at about 5 o'clock in the evening the next day. And some of the ladies are going to be going to wherever home is, not necessarily back to Lynchburg, and so they may have an even longer or maybe slightly shorter trip as well. So that is coming up. That's what's ahead for us in the next 18 hours or so, 15 to 18 hours, depending on where you're headed. So we'll try to get on the road and get all of our business taken care of just as quickly as we can. Thanks for everybody who made these broadcasts possible, for one, because of the late start times. Both these games technically started on Saturday in Lynchburg. Not technically, they did. It was after midnight last night for a 12:30-ish tip, and then an 11 o'clock Lynchburg tip today. So 2 ball games played on the same calendar day, and that means that we had to have some of our folks, Mark, Louie, Nick back in Lynchburg up late, kind of following along, getting us on the air, making sure everything's running smoothly. So some long nights for those folks as we were able to kind of sit here in the paradise that is Maui for a few days and enjoy a pre-Christmas trip. One again that didn't end the way the Flames wanted. They lost a couple of tough games. One to Hawaii, 67-58, where they trailed by 21, battled back to get it down to 7, but just ran out of steam in the fourth quarter. And this ball game trailed by as many as 9, tied it up at 55 apiece, but then a 9-2 run by Oregon State gets them a 64-57 win, and they sweep through the Maui Classic in front of almost 1,300 folks here in Seabury Hall on the island of Maui. 1,299, and that's combined for the two games, I'm sure. I don't know if you could get 1,299 in here at one exact time. If it was pretty packed, but I'm going to just guess that the building holds somewhere around 600 or 700, so some people kind of left after the first game. Some more people came in for the second game, but great atmosphere, and a good time was had off the court. On the court didn't go quite the way the Flames wanted. As we take a look at the Larry's Tire and Auto stat recap, Flames finish up shooting 44% from the field, 24-55, 6 of 14 from 3, 3 of 3 at the free throw line. That means another 300 meals donated to local area food banks through the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. Those 3-point baskets brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Oregon State, 45% from the field. They were 40% from 3, 7 of 18, 11 of 13 from the free throw line, but they shot lights out in the third quarter. That's when they opened up that lead. They were 8 of 12, 67%, and 4-4 from outside the arc in the third quarter. The Flames shot well in the third to kind of match them, to stay within reach, but did trail by 3 going into the fourth after being down by as many as 9. It was tied 25-25 at halftime. The Flames led by as many as 10, 23-13 in the second quarter before that big run of 17-2 for the Beavers. Rebounding was 28-26 Oregon State. Turnovers, the Flames with 12, the Beavers with 9, so both teams did quite well considering the circumstances. Second game in less than 24 hours, and high humidity and different time zones, and teams that usually turn the ball over in the upper teens, and they both held on to it fairly well in this ball game. Points off turnovers, 14-12 OSU. Points in the paint, 28 apiece. Bench points, 15-12 in favor of Oregon State. Liberty's leading scorer was Emmy Stout and Avery Mills. Scorers, they both had 14 points. Len Peters off the bench with 10. 8 points and 7 rebounds for Ife Nwabi. 7 points and 2 assists for Claudia Athene. Kennedy Schuler had 21 points in the ball game for Oregon State. 13 for Jenna Villa. 2 players in double digits for the Beavers. And with the win, the Beavers are now 8-5 on the year. With the loss, the Flames fall to 6-5. We are done until the new year, when the Flames will head back on the road for their first 2 Conference USA matchups. They play at New Mexico State on January 2nd and at UTEP on January 4th. Your next opportunity to see them at home is a game against Sam Houston on January 8th, 7 p.m. Oregon State will play twice before the new year, but none until after Christmas. They play on the 28th against San Francisco on the road and St. Mary's on the road on the 30th. Well, it remains for me to thank everybody who made the broadcast possible. Paul Carmody for getting us statted up and all the notes that we need, and the fine folks here at Vertical Sports Maui and Seabury Hall for getting us on the air and the internet connection that we need and the tables and the facility that we needed. We certainly appreciate that. Great hospitality all week long here on the island of Maui. Also want to thank Louis James, Mark Randlett, Nick Pierce, and everybody back in Lynchburg for getting us going. And thank you for listening and watching if you're on YouTube or Facebook. We're going to close out one last time with a montage of some of the scenic views from around the island of Maui. as we go to close. And also want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll talk to you in Las Cruces here in a couple of weeks when the Flames start CUSA action. One more time from Maui, Liberty loses to Oregon State 64-57. Until we talk again, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball and the Coca-Cola postgame locker room report from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This game has been brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. By Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. By The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Liberty Lady Flames basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Associate Strategic Director for Athletic Communications Paul Carmody. Also, follow Lady Flames Basketball on social media at Liberty WBB on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Liberty Women's Basketball on Facebook. Liberty Lady Flames Basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.